Welcome to Sitaram International School. We create confident kids. Hello, dears. I am Anto Rosita. In this session, we are going to see the computer. Okay. In first, before start our lesson, I just tell about something. Okay. If you feel hungry, what do you do? You will eat. Okay. So you just walk on the road for a long time. So how do you feel? You feel very tired. So what do you do at the time? You just sat down, okay? If you touch some hot water means we just remove our hand, okay? Have you or have you ever thought how do you know what we do in these situations? In this time, our brain gives us the instructions to act and react in this manner. Okay. Similarly, the computer gets all the instructions from the software to perform various tasks. In this software is soul of the computer. So without this software, the computer is can't work. Okay, so in this chapter we are going to discuss about software and its type. Let's we start. See here the hardware and software. In first I just tell about what are the hardware. Okay, in this hardware we just touch the hardware are mouse, printer, monitor and keyboard. See the software we can't touch it. Facebook, email, YouTube and Word, these are all called a software. Okay, see here what is this? This is a computer. Okay, see here computer is a machine that does not possess any intelligence of its own. A computer without instructions is like a car without an engine. It requires a set of instructions given by a user to work on. Okay, so see, these sets of instructions are called programs, which are written in the computer language. How we express our thoughts through our language, the computer can express in computer languages. Okay, a software is a collection of programs that are stored in and run on the computer hardware and help users to work on the computer. The software is that part of your computer, okay? See here, the software is that part of your computer which cannot be touched or seen. In the software is divided into two types. First one is system software, second one is application software. In the system software is three types. They are operating system, utility software, third one is language processor. In this application software is divided into two types. They are general purpose application software and specific purpose application software. So the system software is defined as a collection of programs that controls the overall operations and internal working. It reads data from input devices and transfers the processed information to the output device. See in this picture, the first one is digital camera. If we take one pic using a digital camera means we just take some process and we get the photo like a printer. So the camera is the input, then the process, the photo is called a output. Okay, so see here the system software is of three main types. First one is operating system, second one is language translators, third one is utility software, that is common utility programs. Okay, then an operating system is needed to operate a computer. It controls the overall activities of a computer. In this operating system, it controls overall activity of a computer. Okay, it acts as an interface between the user and the hardware and enable them to work together. When the computer is switched on, the operating system is the first program that gets loaded in its the memory. If we open the computer means we get the operating systems. This is a first program for the computer. Okay. So here I just give one example for operating system like a principal or HM for the institutions. They can manage overall the management. Okay, so the operating system can control overall the operation for a computer. Okay, so see here the operating systems. These are all called examples of operating systems: MS DOS, Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 8, Unix, Linux, Mac operating system are the examples of some popular operating systems. So see here functions of an operating systems. In this first one is device management, that is input or output. Okay, and operating systems control the working of all input and output devices. Okay, second one is a memory management. An operating system assigns memory to various programs whenever required. It also frees the memory when it is not in use. Third one is run software. An operating system runs the application software like Paint, Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, and etc. Then fourth one is a processor management. An operating system manages the working of the processor by allocating various jobs to it. Then fifth one is a file management. An operating system keeps track of information regarding creation, deletion, transfer, copy and storage of files in an organized way. Okay, the file have all the information to save in this system. Okay, then the last one is security. It provides security by means of passwords to prevent misuse of a computer. We should keep one password for the computer because somebody can misuse it, so we should use the computer for the security system. Okay, then see this types of an operating system. Single user. Single user operating system allows only one user to use computer system at any given time. In the single user operating system allows only one user. Okay, we don't use the another one person. Then multi-user. A multi-user operating system allows multiple users on different computers to access a system at the same time. These computers are connected to the computer through a network. That is multi-user operating system. In this multi-user operating system allows lots of person can be used to the systems. At the same times, in this computer are connected by a network. Okay, then multitasking. Multitasking operating systems allowed a user to run more than one application programs at the same time. In multitasking, the operating systems keep track of the program you are in and allow you to switch from one program to another without losing information. We just minimize, if we use one document for the computer, we just minimize this program and we can open the next program. Okay, this is called a multitasking operating system. So see next one, utility programs. Utility program perform specific tasks usually related to managing a computer, its device or its programs. Okay, so see these programs assist in the smooth functioning of the computer system and help it to perform better. Then some utilities help to you avoid virus attack, take backup of your data, recover data and etc. Antivirus, backup, see, disk repair, file management, compressions and network programs are some examples of utility software. See, in these are all called utility softwares. Okay. See here then utility programs. In first, network utility. Network utility checks the network connectivity and configuration of network device. It also examines the network speed and performance, monitor network traffic from the console. In this network utility can manage all the network systems. It is used to connect the network device and it is also used to test the network speed, okay, and monitor the network performance. Then file manager. File manager utility helps to perform operations on files such as viewing, editing, copying and deleting. In this file manager has the all the documents. Okay, it will be keep carefully for the documents and we just view the document and edit, copy and deleting using the file manager. Okay, so then disk management. Disk management utility enables the user to view and manage the disk drives installed in a computer. We can manage the disk drives in this computer. Okay, so then scanning, the act of examining the computer system drives or files for possible virus or malware attack is known as scanning. Scanning is done by using the antivirus utility. If some virus will be attacked the computer, means we can use the scanning process, then we just remove the virus from the computers. Then backup. This is a process of storing a copy of data in another storage device so that it can be recovered and restored in case of damage or loss of the original data file. In this uses of the backup, if we delete some documents and if we delete the document for unfortunately, we can get the document again using the backup software. Okay, then data loss is very common and has caused serious problems for many organizations and individuals. Hence it is essential to have regular data backup from time to time. Not only for a computer, we can use the data for the mobiles also. Okay, sometimes if we see some videos using YouTube, means it will be take a more data. Okay, so the data loss is very common issues for the network. Then compressions. It is a process that shrinks files so that less disk space is occupied. The files that are bigger in size need to be compressed while sending as an email attachment. Then each software is created by writing program in computer programming language. Especially we use the computer language, that is programming language. Most popularly programming languages are Java, C++. These are all called familiar programming languages for computer. Okay. So see here, as we know that a computer can understand only the machine language. Okay, the machine languages comprises only zeros and ones. We use these two digits only for this computer. Okay, so here, therefore, programs written in these all programming languages cannot be recognized by a computer. Okay, in this computer systems take only the programming languages. Okay, in it will not take and recognized all the programming languages. Okay, so then here a language processor plays a vital role in translating the programming languages into machine language. See here, the source code, high level languages. The center one is computer, the final one is object code, machine language. Here, the language processor is very useful to translate the programming language into the machine language. Okay. So then interpreter. An interpreter translate the program line by line and simultaneously execute the converted line. If any error is found, it displays the error and does not proceed until the error is rectified. In this, interpreter is used to, if we did any mistakes and it will be find out any error, means it will be shows on the displays, and we have to rectify using this interpreter. Okay, and it will be check line by line and it will be converted the line for a correct manner. Then changing the font style. By changing the font style, you can make the text bold, italics and underline as required. Whatever we have the font style and font type, we can use this font style method in this application software. Okay. Beautifying the documents, doing calculations, arranging data in an organized manner, making reservation and etc. Okay, so graphic software. It is used to create images such as chart, graph, photograph, logos, cartoon and much more. In this graphic software, we can create some pictures for our imaginations, and we create some photograph and the logos. We can create the cartoons and etc. Okay, in this multimedia software, it is used to create a animation, videos, sound effect and graphics. We can create some text with different style using this multimedia software. Okay, yeah, okay, we just comes to end. Let's recap. The software is a collection of programs that are stored or run on the computer hardware and help users to work on the computer. Then, the software is of two types: application software and system software. System software is a collection of programs that controls the overall operations and the internal working of a computer system. Fourth one is an operating system controls the overall activities of a computer. Then utility programs performs specific tasks related to managing a computer, its device or its programs. A language processor plays a vital role in translating the programming language into the machine language. Final one is application software or set of programs developed by programmers in order to perform specific types of jobs. Okay, dears, I hope you all understand very well. And I just finished my session. And if you have any doubt, please ask me, dears. Thank you.